Hi, my name's Keith Cooper of Northlight Images. This video is about a question I was asked yesterday, which fundamentally said that all my videos about printing are pretty much a waste of time because I can't show you what prints look like on YouTube video, certainly not at 1080, which is what I tend to shoot video in. Would moving to 4K make a difference? No, it wouldn't. I'm going to go through what I try and show through printing and why there are limitations on what you can actually show, but that doesn't matter. Now, the question was about quality and, how can I show you a print like this and say, this is a great looking print when you can't see it? Well, actually, there's no way you can see it on video, not to get the feel of looking at a print. Much of what I do is aimed at showing that prints are different. Prints are not the screen. If you're looking at one of my prints on a screen, you're not looking at one of my prints, and that's why I suggest people experiment. That's why I suggest you use things like known test images, because looking at this will help you understand what your prints look like. Let's say I've got two papers, relatively similar papers, and I'm testing them, and I produce an image on them. Maybe that test image, maybe this was from when I was trying to match colours to a real object. It worked very nicely on the screen, but I set things up fairly carefully because YouTube has, and any video has, distinct problems with colour management. In terms of lighting as well. So I've tried to match the lighting I've got up here to the color temperature of the screen, to the brightness levels and things, so that it looks good on video. It's a fix. I do adjust things a little bit in post. I don't adjust the content. My video editing is not that sophisticated, but I do adjust the lighting balance. But it depends. Today is a grey day, so there's very little light coming in through the curtains, which are drawn over the other side of the office here. If it was strong sunlight, that would throw colours off. So, video is essentially useless for comparing prints, because to be able to show that, let's say, one print was much better than another on video, it would have to be glaringly obvious to the extent that one print was faulty. Now, a while ago when the Canon Pro 1100 came out, somebody said, here, look at these examples. You can see how much better the blue is in this. Well, anyone who knew anything about video or printing goes, hang on. No, I don't believe you. You've done something wrong, or something's not set up right. It is difficult for me, even when I'm writing my articles and things, to photograph prints, and that's with careful attention to lighting and everything else. It's very difficult to photograph prints to show differences between a good and a very good paper. Now, showing the differences between a bad and a good paper should hopefully be fairly obvious. Incidentally, this is one of the reasons why I never do online training for print. A lot of people have asked me whether I do things like this. No, prints need to be picked up, need to be held. Prints need a magnifying glass to look at them in detail. You need to be able to look at a print, put it on a wall 10 foot away and see how it feels and things like that. You cannot do that. Does that mean I should give up my YouTube printing stuff? Absolutely not, because there are lots of things I think I can do. Now, I hope the printing stuff I produce on YouTube is useful. As you might have guessed, I was somewhat irked by somebody saying this is a waste of time. But then I thought about it. No, it's quite reasonable that they might think that. I'm saying such and such papers is a very good paper. What I'm really saying is I've got really good results here. And if you trust my judgment, I'm suggesting if you get an opportunity and it fits what you want to do, to actually go and have a look at it. I can't do much more than that. So this paper here, this is one of the Permajet ones I tested recently. It's a matte paper. Works really nicely on this. It's a smooth finish paper. I was doing some profiling for the Epson 8550. So there you have it. I will carry on doing my print stuff, but it was, once I got over the original sort of, what do they mean? I realised that, if you are expecting me to go, this is print A, This is print B. You can clearly see that print A is better than print B. Well, that's a nonsense. And I will call it out whenever anyone produces it on videos, because it just doesn't work. Anyway, rant over on that one. I've got some printing to do. My new office is doing very well. I believe the walls are being plastered this week and various things. So at some point I will move to a larger space to do the videos. Well, I should say a larger and more adaptable space. But anyway, hope that was interesting. If you've got any comments about the utility of YouTube and how you find YouTube stuff useful for your print, please do let me know, either in the comments or email me, as I do value the comments and things like that, because they often give me ideas for minor rants like this one. Anyway, thank you for watching, and bye.